Well, it has been roughly maybe 17 hours since I've complained about throw loops. And today we're going to be watching Diaphone, very well known in the FGC, team captain in Sage Jam Slam, 2 PC during Fatal Fury beta, practicing with himself, still going 2-1 against the GOAT because I have SPG on pre-up. But today we're watching Diaphone's video on Street Fighter 6 has a throw loop problem. Video will be in the description down below. Go support Diaphone. Support me as well, man. What the fuck? You know what? Fuck Diaphone, man. Give me the shit.
Has a throw loop problem.
Ah, my ears!
We got tweets like this from Bananakin. I think at this point, throw loops are almost universally disliked. Even if Capcom becomes the ultimate case study on why they should go,
Bananakin
probably would need
1, my Boiqua brother. 2, such a nice guy. And if Bananakin, who plays JP, hates throw loops, and JP has some crazy sauce, let me tell you right now, and this man's like, hey, listen, at the end of the day, some characters do some crazy stuff, but I still just hate throw loops. And he has a reversal that beats throws, let me mind you. Like, he has a reversal that can give him quarter if somebody tries to go for a throw. So it's crazy that somebody who has a character that's so good against throw loops still was like, I still don't like throw loops.
Another season just to design an alternative. Maybe they're working on it. We got tweets from like Arslan Ash, who has been watching Capcom Cup for 3 days and disagrees with Street Fighter 6 being the best game because
no worries, my guy.
Just looks so oppressive.
I'll be back in the hub.
And we got this tweet from Red Blade.
I'll be back in the hub.
Off of throw loops, you'd actually see
damn,
the other moves.
900K,
so if
dude.
Street Fighter 6 Capcom
yeah,
Cup
1 throw, ha ha ha. 2 throws,
with many rounds
3
being
throws,
off of just 1 throw. Yeah, I'll give my take on throw loops at the end of this video, but I want you to consider something. There are a ton of fighting games out there, and none of them have this problem. So why? And what can Capcom learn from the rest of the fighting game scene in order to fix this? I came up with 4 main reasons that separate throws in Street Fighter 6 from other games. The first, throws are just riskier. So one of the things that separates throws in Street Fighter 6...
Wait, is he coming up with, I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy trying to bop his ass. Let me move my webcam so I'm not covering the iPhone's pretty face. Is he coming up with stuff?
With other games is that they beat many different options.
They
do. A very
do.
common option that throws lose to in 2D games is jump. All right, so throw loop. All right, how do I get out of this? Okay, let me try jump.
Can't,
yeah,
DP.
you can just anti-air them on the way down. Even if they jump out of the corner, like you can.
Then you get a cross cut,
right?
Cross cut.
What about mash? So in a lot of games, mash will beat throw. Mash does not beat throw.
That's what's dude. They need to fix that, dude. I think if you wake up mashing, that should be throws, realistically. If that's the only thing they fix is like you recover 4 frames later, so like a 4 frame would beat the next throw. I guess maybe like 4 or 5 frames later, depending on the character. That would be, I don't know, like that would that be good? I actually don't even fucking know.
You basically have 3 stable options. You can either tech a throw.
Dude, who's this guy's editor?
Do an invincible reversal.
That's what I do. This is what I do. I ain't teching shit.
Or you can backdash. Obviously, all of these have issues, right?
Okay, yeah. So, actually, before he gets into backdash, you know what game does backdashes really good? Guilty Gear Strive. In Guilty Gear Strive, there's a lot of fucking strike throw characters, right? Giovanna, Soul Bad Guy, so on and so forth. And if you backdash or throw, like, you get punished. Like, big, like, imagine if you backdash or throw, then, you know, like, you get heavy punch in Street Fighter 6. Like, maybe that's what they should do. Add more recovery on throws. So, like, if somebody does backdash it, you know, you hit a heavy punch counter hit into just you exploding because you want to be a fucking scrub and throw 3 times in a row.
Just
I hate
simply teching a throw doesn't really get you anything. You're just still
no, because I'm still in the corner.
It comes with a lot of risk.
And Akuma's hella fast.
Walk back, walk forward, and beat your throw. Yeah, I just get punished, and then I literally die. The same thing that beats a throw tech also beats an invincible reversal. So the only other option is backdash. You've probably seen this before in ranked, where you backdash a throw, you get a full punish. Okay, that's.
But it's only lights.
The issue is against good players. If you backdash a throw and they time their throw correctly, you actually can't punish it.
Oh my god. See, dude, what? I hate that, dude. That's so shitty. But I think Lily's crouching light punch is 5 frames, right? Isn't her only 4 frame her light kick and that shit goes like nowhere? He should have showed it with a character with a better 4 frame normal, but yeah, like this is This is bad, man. Like, this is bad. Like, this is the same shit that happened with drive reversal, where drive reversals were like negative. Like what? Like now they're like negative. Like they used to be hella negative, and now they're only like -6. But now characters with a 6-frame medium get a lot more damage, and me, who don't have a 6-frame medium, I just go for the throw because you're like, oh, that's the most damage I'll get.
Dash is not a reliable option, especially considering the amount of risk, and you get almost no reward. So throws carry very, very little risk. They're a hard counter to certain things like parry and some reversals. Let's compare that with Gramble. So in terms of reward, you can actually say,
whoa, look at this anime game. Whoa, look at this. This game's free, by the way. I don't know why I haven't ever picked up Granblue Rising. I didn't play the original. I think that's why. But I like watching this game. I really do like watching it.
You get mid-screen throw loops, you can get safe jumps, you can get setups off of them. But the main difference between throws is that they can be beaten in a number of different ways. So for example, mash always works. The reason why mash always works is because there's throw protection on wake up. You can't actually throw right as you're
That's crazy.
So you can always mash out of any throw.
Hey, I gotta say, dude, Rashid players already be bashing out of fucking throw loops these days, dude. I fucking hate Rashid.
The other thing you can do, you can backdash and you get a full punch.
See, that's what I'm saying, right? Full ass punish.
And get a full punch. And even invincible reversals in this game are meterless, so you don't have to spend drive and that sort of thing to get out.
That's crazy.
But the main way they're balanced is that strike in this game is a lot stronger. Throws, while a lot weaker, strike becomes stronger, and therefore, you know, you can still run strong offense.
Yeah, you get the
you can also tech with a delayed jab. You only take like half the damage of the throw, and you don't get as good of Oki. So that also mitigates the strength.
Oh, that's weird. You lose health when you tech?
The reason why I like this system...
That's a weird mechanic, huh? When you tech, you fucking lose health, or like if you tech late, you lose health. Something along the lines. I'm not, you know, I don't play the game fully. That's kind of crazy. That's weird.
And better is because there's a little bit more nuance.
Well, yeah, look at his health.
But the reason why I like this system better is because
there's a little bit of health,
more nuance to it, right? There's a lot of different timings of like when to press buttons to get out. It encourages blocking, it encourages like reactive defense a lot more than just a pure guess that is a throw loop. So the second way is that a lot of games have option selects that let you do something else.
Yeah, dude, this is the one thing that I keep saying I'm going to do, but I never do.
This is Street Fighter 4. Now, Street Fighter 4 also
damn, Bison's still doing that shit.
Because
damn, dude, Street Fighter 4, Bison's still fucking, we're in 6 now. This shit came out like 15 years ago. Bro, Bison's still sliding across the screen. They never change, man. They never change.
Throw was so strong. Throws weren't considered to be overpowered. So the idea is this little kick that Ryu does, you could disguise a throw input behind this. And so therefore shimmies weren't a thing in this game, really. Because anytime that you went for a throw tech, you actually just stuck out a little button, which is very, very hard to punch. Another game really popular for us is Under Night. This one in the most current version is called the 3CAD option select. So it beats people doing dash throw, it beats people doing assault, which is like this little hop, and it also beats people just like waiting. So it's like anti-shimmy.
That's kind of corny. Listen, I personally, and I'm gonna say I don't really like option selects. I understand the importance of option selects, but a 3 and like a 1, 2, 3 input that covers multiple routes, that shit's probably as fucking corny. Like, why? Like, an option select that covers like 2 things, very niche, sure, but an option select that can just cover a throw, an overhead, and just them waiting, like that's just kind of corny. Like, but then it makes defense so fucking flowcharty, and I don't like that.
If you ever tech a throw in Under Night, the opponent does like this little reel back animation. The character that teched the throw here actually recovers before Mika does. And because of that, if you read a throw by throw teching, you get to take your turn back.
That's sick. Wait, no, they should do that.
One of my favorite fighting games of all time. Also
wait, no, that might be the way. If you tech a throw, you're +8 or some shit. I mean, +8's pretty nice. Or maybe +10. That way you can throw out like a heavy punch. I don't know, like the frame data, right? Every game has like different frame data. Like Mortal Kombat, like a 7-frame move is like fast. You know, in Street Fighter, a 4-frame move is fast. Guilty Gear Strive, there was a couple, I think, 3-frame moves. Like different fighting games have different frame data, right? So I think if you tech and then it's your turn, that would be so sick.
Had something very similar. So you see how they're throw teching here? They throw tech with this like 4-button input. And this time they're doing an attack. You get push guard and a jump. And if they try to go for a shimmy, you just get air backdash. The third
I don't like
very
that.
obvious answer is that throws in some games are just reactable.
Wait,
so if
calm
you look
down.
at Tekken, at high level, throws are almost always teched. People will sometimes...
Yeah, but the thing that... Okay, and this is like different. The thing with... I believe with Tekken and Mortal Kombat is you can mash and tech a throw. Because isn't it like the tech's tied to like the attack buttons? Like Mortal Kombat, it's like you press A or, you know, fucking 1 or 2 to tech a forward throw and then 3 or 4 to tech a back throw. Isn't it like the same in Tekken? Where like if you're fucking just mashing, your ass might tech the throw.
Throw them out just to like test their reactions or to beat certain options like sidestep because they cover that well, or to like beat armor moves, for example. So throws still have a use, but generally
Dude,
they
it's a
are
bear.
reactable unless you're playing against someone like King that purposely their throws are disguised because they're more of a grappler character, right? Virtual Fighter is also the same way.
Get the fuck out of here,
Throws
pussy.
are technically reactable, but you only have a 1/3 chance of breaking them, right? But still, that 1/3 chance of being able to guess the direction the throw is reduces the actual reward of the throw. Not to mention they're risky. You can like, they lose to mash and you can duck it and get a full punch.
What the fuck?
I want to mention Sparking Zero because that's another thing. Throws are reactable in Sparking Zero, but realistically, they're too reactable. They're like basically useless in Sparking Zero unless you like really catch someone sleeping at the wheel. So it should be very obvious, but throws are not reactable.
Dude, and this guy plays Kimberly, dude. He's talking about throw loops. This motherfucker plays Kimberly. That's crazy. Nothing against the iPhone though, but it is funny. Like, Kimberly might be the character. Like, if there's a character that throws the most, you would think it would be Zangief. No, I think it's literally fucking Kimberly. I think Kimberly, she'll like throw your ass, go for a run stop, throw your ass, button run stop, throw your ass, can set up, throw your, like, Kimberly throws a lot. So it's funny. I do like the fact that somebody who plays somebody who has throw loops is even like, yeah, okay, this is a fucking problem. Like, I respect it.
In Street Fighter 6, I'm gonna try to react. I'm literally only looking for throw. Impossible. Actually impossible. I had a master player recently who was like, yo, why can't I react to throws? Like,
Too late.
Capcom intentionally made the throw break window small enough that you can't react.
What?
And the last thing I want to talk about is throws being less rewarding. So a couple games that...
Dude, okay, yeah, the meter, dude, the meter you build off of throws is actually psychotic. Like, I think it's 5 throws for a whole bar of meter, which sounds like a lot of throws, but meter in this game can be the difference between like a 30% combo or like a 55% combo if you have level 3.
I think of as really weak throw reward are
Dude,
Street
look
Fighter
at this
5
game.
because the throws will like push you out.
Damn,
or
I really wish I got into
2x
Street Fighter
if you don't
earlier.
have assist out, you just get mid-screen Oki, but it's really bad. But Street Fighter 6 actually also has some not as advantaged throws. An example is actually Kimberly.
Oh.
So Kimberly actually does less damage than everyone else on her throw instead of doing 1200.
Yeah, because she throws it 19 times. In one round.
She does 1082. That kind of balances
very
her
odd.
ability to get you to the corner and
It's very
pressure
odd,
after the
1082.
throw. But another example of this is actually some characters in Street Fighter 6. So if I go for
Yeah,
a throw
Chun doesn't
into
have
another
one.
throw, I actually cannot
Why don't they give every character that? Dude, like, as much as I hate Chun-Li, the fact that Chun-Li doesn't have a throw loop saves Chun-Li players from me bringing my fucking wrath upon them. I hate everything else about Chun-Li, but I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, they're low-key playing somewhat honest neutral. They're somewhat playing honest neutral.
throw as Chun-Li. There's only a few characters in this game that don't have a throw. To my knowledge, it's Marissa, Chun-Li, Honda, yeah, Gao doesn't, and then Lily. Coincidentally, 4 of these characters were 4 of the characters that were not a primary character in Capcom Cup.
Oh shit, Diaphone spitting heat. He said, you want to get a Capcom Cup, you need throw loops. And then Jamie's there. That's so fucking funny. If you want a throw loop, you need to get in or don't fucking play Jamie.
But the cool thing about these characters is that you can actually like drive rush and punish the jab, right? But you have to use a resource.
Yeah, that's what everybody should do.
Drive rush with like invincible reversal. So in this sense, their throw loops are considered to be more balanced. And there's still mix-up potential. So for example, Lily, if you think they're gonna like try to throw your throw loop, there's other things you can do, right? You could try a shimmy, go for a throw. You can go, or you could go for like a command grab out of range. So for example, if I like walk up, do a command grab,
damn, punish counter too, and that loses a bar. Look at that, and they lose a bar.
Just go for strike, and you get get a hit, and then you can go for another command grab. I like these kind of throw loops better because they lead to more.
Lily's such a weird character, man. Why is she in the game?
Right? Jab on wake up in this game is very, very, very bad because it not only does it lose the throw.
You know what's weird about Lily the most is like, Lily's is Lily like this is like, and this is gonna get fucking like, I don't know why the fuck Capcom made this. Every girl in Street Fighter 6 is like hypersexualized. In a way, and then you have Lily, like I feel like she doesn't fit there because there's gonna be weirdos that are gonna hypersexualize Lily in some fucking way, and like, and then they got her like in booty shorts or some shit. I think she's a fucking like, it's weird that like Jury and like Cammy, Manon, Kimberly's fucking shaking ass, right? And then you have like a fucking teenage girl. Like, I don't know, it's just weird, dude. I don't know why they should have made Lily like a fucking like an adult.
But it also loses a strike. And it doesn't really beat shimmy either. So it beats like nothing. Bash is probably one of the worst options you can do. Being able to give the opponent more
Cammy, right? Cammy outfit 2 goes crazy.
More of a complex mind game between
this shit's corny.
I think just adds more depth to the game. And so I do think throw loops in some fashion should be changed. The issue of throws in this game right now is the reward is so high compared to the risk. And
God, look at that.
In a number of different ways. You can make them reactable.
Oh my God, dude.
Is lower. You can make the Oki after a throw worse. The reward is lower. You can make the throws do less damage.
Oh my God, dude, this is Capcom Cup, by the way, dude. This is the best. This is the best of the best right here, dude. You thought, dude, nah, these characters are fucking, these fucking people are fucking crazy good. Throw. Nah, fuck. I mean, they are still amazing, but fuck, man. When you show these clips, you're like, man, anybody could have fucking made it in.
Approach and either make throws mashable or jumpable, which increases the risk of the throw. You don't want to nerf throws too much because then defense becomes too strong. But you also want to change it to add more interaction. So I would make 2 changes to throws.
Damn.
One, I would give throws just a little bit more recovery. Right now, they're 30 frames total. I would maybe make it like 31 or 32. So the idea behind throws having a frame or 2 more recovery is that you always get a punish on backdash.
I like that.
Backdash a more viable option to represent at a high level. It would make jump a little bit stronger of an option. So here, Kim would be able to anti-you, but maybe if it had a frame or 2 more recovery on these kind of jumps, I mean, on these kind of throws, the jump would be able to,
I like that.
Combo.
I respect that. 1 or 2 more frames.
Is just make more people have throw loops like Chun-Li. So looking at this character select, I don't think a character like JP, for example, that has amazing zoning and very good neutral and crazy mix-ups in the corner with Portal, he probably doesn't need a throw loop.
Nah, he does, dude. He does.
So maybe there's certain characters.
And also, do you know what they should fucking do real quick as well? Just like give Ed an overhead, right? Right? Anybody? No? Okay, my bad.
Characters that I would remove throw loops.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Like
wrong, my bad. I thought wrong group.
Neutral, like maybe Manon. Manon should be able to keep a throw loop, to be honest.
Yeah, actually, I'm not gonna lie as well. Grapplers should have throw loops. That should be their bread. Like Manon and Zangief and whatever fucking third grappler. They should have better throw loops, per se. Or their throw should like, okay, right? Like when Jury throws your ass, she's like halfway across the screen, and then her forward dash makes sure like right in front of you. Like every character should have a throw that throws them fucking back. But like Zangief and Manon should go back less. I think that's fine. Out of command grab range, but like closer than everybody else.
So maybe take away throw,
which kind of what they have right now. So I don't mind
some of these other characters. And that way, you're not changing too much about the game, but you're still slightly increasing the risk of throws. you know, I think another reason why throws are so dominant in this game is because corner carry is really strong, right? It's really easy
make
to get
the maps
to the
twice
corner
as
in
big
order to activate the throw loop. So you could potentially make the stages bigger or just give
make the
characters less
stages
corner carry,
twice as
so
big.
throw loops come into play less often. But there's so many different ways you could change it, right? But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below.
Hey, I'll let you know what I think of my own video, Dive. Hopefully you check it out.
How they approach throw loops.
Hopefully you watch
maybe
it.
just weaken them slightly. As we saw in Capcom Cup, they're pretty strong now. Actually, yeah, let's answer questions from chat.
Oh,
why do I not like throws being more reactable? So the issue is it's either reactable or it's not, right? Okay, think of it this way.
Bars.
This game's balanced on things that are reactable, right? Like DI. So for example, DI is not barely reactable, it's always reactable. You can always react to a DI. It doesn't matter if it's laggy, it doesn't matter if you're on Wi-Fi, like you should still be able to react to DI because it's 26 frames. Now imagine you play Street Fighter 6 online and you can react to all throws because online connections are superior. You have your 240 hertz monitor. Now you go offline and you play on some shitty PS5 setup, and while you're used to
PS5's overheating, monitors are laggy, monitors is fucking tilted, your opponent has the monitor facing towards them. The fucking port to plug in your stick is a little fucking wobbly. Yeah, we all been there, brother.
Reacting to throws. Now you can't react to throws because you're playing on an Evo tournament standard, which is PS5, and you just get cooked because that 1 or 2 frames of difference of input lag changes the whole meta. I don't think things that are borderline reactable are good in like any fighting game. There's too many variables. Instead, I think a lot of things in this game are designed to be reactable, but there's a mental stack.
Yo, chat, how come you guys don't type this when I'm making a video? Hey, chat, is GOAT making a video? How come you guys don't say that shit? What's going on there? What's going on? How come now you say, hey, oh, well, actually, no, Aaron does, actually. Actually, yeah, shout out Aaron. Aaron says my GOAT is live every time he comes in. Rest of you fucking slacking.
I think that's the better way to do it because if you anticipate it, you can always react. Give throw techer plus frames. I like the idea. I think it's cool. To me, that's like a uni thing, but I'd be down if the throw techer had plus frames because if throw techs in this game feel very unrewarding. Or you could even
that's why I never tech.
If you tech a throw,
I'll never
remove a drive from the opponent. That'd be cool. It increases the risk of doing a throw. Buff jabs. So buffing jabs wouldn't do anything though. The issue is that it doesn't matter how fast your jab. Oh, actually, I guess if you made jabs faster, they would technically.
Yeah, but 3-frame jabs doesn't make sense.
I would just remove the throw protection as opposed to buff jabs because I think jabs are pretty good as they are. No, I think Street Fighter 6 is the most reactionary game out there. And I think that's a good thing. The more reactive your gameplay, the better fighting game player you're going to be, right? Just in general. Throw loops are something that are heavily refocused. And
yeah, you don't want jabs
to
be 3 frames.
I definitely don't think hard reads in a fighting game are that amazing. If that's the case, go play rock, paper, scissors.
Damn.
I think you need a healthy read of both. I like fighting games that have
go play rock, paper, scissors. Go kick rocks, kid.
And I think right
now,
go
run with scissors.
Not give very much nuance to decision making. But that's what I mean. There's so many different options. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'll let you guys decide. This will be the final thing we do this stream. How do you change throw loops?
All right, what do they got to vote on?
Away from this.
Let's see. Keep throws the same. Shoot these 3 fucking people right now in the head. More pushback on throws. Giga Chad. Throw invul on wake up. Giga Chad. Throws are reactable. 0. My fucking goats, dude. We're never teching, right? I don't want to tech. I want to do everything but tech. Tech throws more roaring 21. Who the fuck? We don't tech throws around here, man. We wake up reversal or we wake up backdash. We ain't fucking teching shit. So yeah, I like these 2.
It's pull that only 3 people
I ain't teching shit. You can't fucking make me tech.
You know what? That's my takeaway from the poll. Is it doesn't matter how you change it. Just for the love of God, don't keep throws the same. Capcom, please. All right. Anyways, yeah, I think the TLDR from this poll, there's a lot of good solutions out there. Of course, the Street Fighter players want more pushback on throw because that's what they do Street Fighter. But we should be keeping throws the same. Come on, Capcom, bro.
6 people shoot these dude. Bro, he should find out who voted for this shit and ban them like dead ass. We gotta find out who voted for this one. We gotta fucking ban him. Diaphone. Me and you are gonna ban together, okay? You don't know it yet, but me and you, man, we're about to be Batman and Robin. You can choose who's who.
5% of the people went throws.
I'm just saying, I look good in black.
Diaphone out. Have a good one.
All right, bye, Diaphone. Bye. Yeah, dude, I like that video a lot. Diaphone. I like reacting to Diaphone videos because he's good at speaking, right? He always has like a pseudo script. Me off the dome piece, right? Don't need a script. It'd be like that. But I do believe that, yeah, throws fucking suck. And if you think throws suck, comment down below how much you hate throws. Maybe eventually season 3, baby. Maybe that's why he's taking Elena so long to drop. They're trying to figure out throw loops still. But thank you, everybody, and I'll see y'all again next video. See ya!